What is going on, you guys? Welcome to today's video, and hopefully the very last time the wagon looks like this and my headlights are not in the car. Now, if you are new to the channel, number one, welcome, but number two, this here is my 2001 Jetta VR6 wagon, US spec car that I happened to find in Stuttgart, Germany, back when we lived there. Just funny enough, worked out very, very well. Another car's back here in the States, and I love this thing. But over here, these are my Borah Xenon headlights I picked up as well. When I got them, plastic lenses, they were trashed completely, and we've gone through and put the very, very nice glass helix lenses, and they look absolutely perfect in there. I mean, they're brand new. So I've been kind of scared to drive the car because, again, these are brand new. There's no scratches, no rock chips, no damage of any kind, which is why I bought this. So this is protective film from Lamin-X, which is cut specifically for the Mark IV Jetta headlight, so that will go right over this, keeping our lights nice and clean, scratch free, rock chip free, and just looking like this, hopefully for as long as possible. And then also I picked up two brand new 6000K headlight bulbs because this one and this one don't match. Drives me insane. It still functions no problem, but that one's more blue than that one, and I can't have it. So today we're doing Lamin-X protective film over the headlights to keep them nice and clean for as long as possible, and two new bulbs, and then these will go back in the car and hopefully not come out hopefully ever again. Now, if you're wondering why I pulled the headlights completely out of the car to do this, it's more for the headlight bulbs in the film. The film you can do with the lights still in the car, but where the headlight bulbs actually go, which is this one and that one there, there's three screws that hold them in, and where they sit in the car is like right here, and then on this side, it's backed up to the battery. So there's no room to do it in the car, so you have to pull them out. So might as well do all that outside the car. So with the cover here removed, you just simply turn this to the left, pop it off. You can see the connector right in there. This turns to the left or right? Left. This comes off, and then your bulb comes out. Pretty easy. Alright, so these are both of the original bulbs out of the lights, and hopefully you can tell in camera, you might be able to. The one on the right has a blue tint to it, and the one on the left is very, very clear. Also there's a crack at the top, you can see right there. It still worked, but you can see the housing's kind of cracked. But hopefully on camera you can tell. The one on the right just has a blue tint to it, and that's why they don't look the same. It was driving me insane. Part number wise, they're exactly the same. Philips D2S 35 watt 85122, exactly the same. Both like the original light, but just the one on the right was replaced or something happened where this one's got a blue tint to it, and that one's very, very clear. Maybe if I turn it, you can see that better. Let's see. There you go. Right there is kind of good. Hopefully you can tell, but this one's just more blue than that one, so can't have that. Now, as I showed last time, this is the Philips 85122. If you go to AutoZone and want to buy this bulb, they're going to charge you about $100 per bulb. That's $200 for the set, which I wasn't going to do. I got these two here off of eBay. You can see right there, stamped Germany 85122 OEM light for 30 bucks shipped for the pair. I want to say they're brand new. Everything looks exactly the same compared to these ones, and they should work fine, no problem. So $200 for the set or 30 bucks for the set. Even if these don't last as long as these, still worth it. So now all we got to do, reassemble, and our first step will be done. These lights are also keyed. You can see the little notch piece right there at the bottom, so they only fit in one way. Step number one complete. Headlight bulbs are in. Very easy and straightforward. Now on to step number two, which you can see I've gone for the clear option. I briefly thought about doing the tint option right there, but I think tint on top of lights never looks quite right in my opinion. Now, like an OEM tinted plastic, that's fine. A blacked out housing, that's fine. But tinting on top of the light itself, I don't know, not my favorite. So I went with the clear option to keep them looking just like this. So here's everything that comes in the kit. We have our instructions right here, a nice little Lamin-X labeled razor blade, that's fancy. I don't know what this is, but I'm sure after I read that, we will know what this is for. We've got a squeegee, and then of course, both of our protective films right here. Ah, I see now. This is a little sprayer. Fancy. Fancy stuff. So it says to clean the headlight lenses with just water first, no chemicals, no alcohol, just water. And then after that, we'll go through, we'll mist the lenses. You can peel this off. You can mist this as well if you want to, and then lightly set it on there. It seems pretty straightforward, and hopefully I don't mess this up. but it should go smoothly. I do have a heat gun or a hair dryer. I can use either one. Holding the tabs, alignment. Yeah, we should be fine. Hopefully this goes well. So at first I was thinking the razor blade was to go ahead and like trim this entire thing afterwards, but it's not. It's only for these little holding tabs, is that one and that one, that you can peel it off and lay it down nicely on the light and even. And then afterwards you just cut just the tabs off. Everything else is exact to the light, which I mean, it's hard to show with one hand, but it fits very, very nicely. Very nice shape, so shout out to them for that. So step 1 has been completed. Lenses have been cleaned. Step 2 is to lightly mist the headlight lens with filtered water. This is from the Brita in the fridge, so filtered water, check. Then we're going to hold this by each tab and peel off one side, and then we gotta align it and slowly press it down. It is nice that it says if you mess it up, you can pull it back up as many times as you want, so you can't really mess this up. And then once it's on all the way, we mist the outer bit, use the squeegee, get the bubbles out, and we are done. Seems straightforward. Should have messed this up. No, give it back. That's a better one. I think we're lined up. I think it might be a little bit low. Yeah, I need to go up a little bit. This might take me forever. Okay, I think I got it now. It's kind of difficult to line up. I thought you had to put it on and kind of like slide it, but not really. This stuff actually sticks very, very well. But I think, am I still too high? No, my angle's off on this side. Is it? Yeah, I gotta bring the whole thing like this a little bit, and then we'll match this corner and that one. We'll get it. We'll get it. All right, so I got it pretty much the best it's gonna get. It's perfectly lined up across the top and then down the sides. It's a little tiny bit long, so I might have to trim or either wrap it underneath or just trim the bottom edge of it, but not bad. So I'm gonna go through, mist it now, get all the bubbles out, press it all the way down. If I'm happy with that, we'll cut our tabs off and this one shall be done. Okay, so this one I had to pull the lens cover up 2-3 times, but I think I finally got it where I want it, to where it's not overlapping on the bottom section and it's flat at the top. Took a few tries, but I think we finally got it. Now there is still some water bubbles underneath. You can see your air bubbles. I gotta go through and get those out, but it's on. Now obviously it's not as clear as just the glass, but if they're safe and protected, it's all good. All right, number 2 is officially on. This one was much easier, actually first try compared to like the 4 or 5 I did on this one. I found it easiest to start in this bottom left corner, follow it up and make sure this is square, and then kind of go straight across. You can see there's still a whole bunch of air bubbles on this one, and you go through and get all that out, but it's on. So again, it won't be as clear as just the glass, but if they're protected, I'm happy. Our lights are officially done. They're protected and good to go, and I'm happy with the final outcome. From far you can't quite tell, but up close you can see kind of how they're more wavy now, and there's still some like moisture and a few air pockets underneath. I'm hoping that after time in the sun it'll kind of fix itself. I watched a few of the videos, people doing the same install, and theirs had the same look to them, some moisture underneath, some air pockets, and they said after a couple of weeks in the sun it kind of just takes care of itself. So I'm hoping that's what happens. Definitely not as clear as just the glass, but it's not going to be. But I am happy to say they do look good, they are protected, and now in a year, 2 years time, we can peel this back off and hopefully the glass is rock chip free, scratch free, and just as good as it was before. I'm just excited that now I can drive this car worry free. I don't beat the crap out of this car, but it is a daily. I want to be able to drive this car anywhere, any place, at any time, and not have to worry about my headlights getting destroyed, which if it's on the highway going fast, a big rock might still crack them. Yes, you can't really avoid that, but for the most part, driving around, bugs, little rock chips should be completely avoided at this point. All right, my friends, today's a big day. This is the day our lights go back in the car and they hopefully do not come back out. We've got new headlight bulbs. I have fixed the adjusters and now they're protected. There should be no reason after today that these have to ever come back out unless I have new ones, but these should not have to come out ever again. Oh yes, lights back in the car for the last time. Actually, before I get too ahead of myself, let's make sure my new bulbs work before I put everything back together and I mess something up. Let's see. Please be on. 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 Thank goodness. Ah, beautiful sight. And they're matching. Okay, now we can continue. All right, that is it. We are clear of tools. Close her up. Woo, woo, woo. I love this car. I love it. I love it. Again, your reminder, you need a wagon in your life. Also, I want to say again, shout out to the West Coast, because Pacific Waterlands, I have never seen so many Mark IV Jetta wagons in one place in my life. I showed a bunch, but I think in total there's like 15 Jetta wagons at one show, which is crazy. You guys go hard out there for sure. But yeah, just your normal reminder, you need a wagon in your life. You can't go wrong. Alright, final thing I want to do, we're going to close the garage here, turn on our lights, and hopefully they're nice and bright, nice and the same color, even, all that fun stuff. It's dark enough. So, let's close down, and then we shall running lights and, ooh, pretty even, maybe a little lower on the left side, but not too bad. The color looks nice, so, oh yeah, wow. Those are nice and bright. Let me go ahead and do this really quickly. Actually, I need to go back. Can I swap this? Let's see. We're back. There we go. Nice and even, same color, nice and bright. Much, much better. Oh yeah, I'm a fan. Nice and bright, nice and even. The color's super nice. Not bad for $30 off of eBay. Can't complain. Now, I will say, I do want to get the LED lights for the bumper lights there to kind of match the headlights, but I'm very pleased with that. I know camera does no justice, but good Lord, these lights are very, very bright. I am now that obnoxious person on the road. That's now me, but it's okay. All right, let's go ahead and turn these off. Open this back up. Well, I'm gonna say very successful day. Our beautiful headlights are nice and protected now, and they are very, very bright and matching, very important. So all of that is very good stuff. I do want to order, so on eBay, the LED little like light bulb kit for the Mark IV you can get. It's like 20 bucks, and it has like the side marker ones, the interior lights, the license plate ones, just a few more to kind of match the headlights. And then I think light-wise on the wagon, we're pretty much set. You know, looking at this car here and looking at this car here, Volkswagen should have made a Mark II Jetta wagon. It would have looked incredible, probably very similar to like an E30 Touring, but just how square the Mark IIs are, that with a wagon back end, whew, would have been killer. Now, I've seen a couple of people made themselves, but as a factory option, we never got it. It would have been perfect. This is the one here that I'm pretty sure everyone's seen, but look how incredible that looks. Like, why was that not an option? This car is beautiful. I love the Jetta. I love the sedan. But I mean, like, to have a Mark II Jetta wagon, whew, should have just been a thing. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm almost positive at some point somewhere on Vortex or Google or somewhere, maybe on Instagram, I saw concept art, I think from Volkswagen, of what would have been a Mark II Jetta wagon for production. They obviously never made it, but I'm pretty sure if I can find it, I'll put it on the screen. But somewhere, I'm almost positive I saw like actual like concept art for a Jetta wagon. Whether it's from Volkswagen or not, I don't know. It might have been just from someone doing it, but it looked pretty cool, and I'll try and put it on the screen if I can find it. So let's go ahead and add Mark III variant to my list of cars that one day I would love to build, along with taking a Mark III Cabrio, putting the Vento trunk and rear bumper on it, and making essentially a Mark III Vento Coupe convertible. Now that car's been built a handful of times before. It just looks so cool. Something about a Vento that's a coupe and a convertible just looks awesome to me. A lot of people hate it, but I like it, and I would love to build one of those at some point. I'm gonna end it off here. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.